Greetings, everybody. We made some pretty substantial progress. There you go. Pretty substantial progress last night. So I'm starting out a tiny bit sooner, 6 o'clock or so. Seeing if I can A, get the reboot cycle to not be a thing, and then B, see if I can get a Nintendo 64 game running, and C, which is our tertiary objective, check out if we can get something else running through RetroArch like a PlayStation. But I mean, that's some grandiose stuff. I highly doubt the Android software inside of that little bitty box will be sufficiently powerful enough to run PlayStation 1 games or something like that. I think one thing we're running into is that the Android operating system is maybe Android 4.2 as opposed to KitKat 4.4. And so I'm betting you software designed for KitKat simply isn't going to show up or work on the RetroFreak, which does put a damper on our emulation plans because the latest advancements in emulation technology on Android are happening on the latest versions of Android, and without literally updating the Android operating system that is inside the RetroFreak, which I think will require a root, which I'm pretty sure would then kind of break everything to do with the RetroFreak and what's automatically on it. I'm a little bit iffy about trying all that. But right now we have everything. We have our SD card going here. And the only thing that's on this one is an APK for Nova Launcher. So we're going to install the operating system first alone and see if we can then get the system to boot without boot cycling. Because otherwise, then it's literally the operating system that's causing the boot cycle, which is troubling and complicated. So, give me a second. I'll be back. Well, that happened really quickly. I wasn't even done hooking up my mouse to the system before. Okay, so Nova Launcher is up and running again. One thing I'm running into is that the extension cable I was using for a USB mouse has a short in it. So let me get a different one real quick, and I'll be back again. Okay, not much more to do right now with this than just to kind of poke around and see if we can get kind of the. We'll see if we can get to launch again without another APK running. System settings, Nova settings. Oh, it's colorful. Huh. Cool. Android 6 Marshmallow. Can we do that? What does Blink look like? I'm curious. Look and feel. Oh, looks a little better. But we've got pretty much nothing. Oops. There we go. Interesting. Okay, we're not gonna fiddle with any of these. I'm very curious if this maintains its settings when we restart the system. So we're going to do that now. And we're also going to start it back up again and see if it power cycles or gets stuck in a loop. I mean, we don't like the loops. Alright. Let's see what happens here. The two things that may happen: it may present us with the option or go straight to that, which is interesting. So always on, always pick that launcher did succeed as far as this image goes. It doesn't appear to be power cycling. Alright. We're not power cycling, so we're going to try to install something. Let's shoot for Moopin? Let's shoot for Moopin. I'd love it if I could get this thing to turn on first. Well, now it's time to see if we can still install other APKs. Basically. Now we've selected the RetroFreak default to Nova Launcher. Well, it's rebooting, which is one example of installing an APK. If it boots again, though, and gets stuck in a cycle, we may have an issue. It may mean that Mupen 64 causes a reboot cycle. I'm thinking Mupen 64 causes a reboot cycle. I'm certainly not seeing it in the app drawer before it reboots. So it's failing to install, which is strange, though, because it did install once, supposedly. In fact, I thought it was probably going to be Mega N64 that would cause a reboot cycle. Huh. Okay. Back to the drawing board. I did launch it with the old SD card to make sure that default settings of default RetroFreakness is still a function, and appears to be without power looping. It will take a long time to load the 300 and something games I have on here, though. Sorry for taking like 10 times longer than usual, but writing the disk image takes longer than I always remember it taking. And additionally to that, I've switched it out, and we have this current test. We're going to be using not Nova Launcher, but a launcher I've never used before, Pixel Launcher from the Google Pixel phone. And I have also simultaneously put into the package or the folder for the installation, not just the package for that, but also the package for Mega N64, which is an older, I say older, it's a very popular Nintendo 64 emulator for Android, but it basically has support for older Android operating systems, which might mean it won't just go kablooey, kind of like Mupin 64 seems to be doing. And I have a folder on the SD card already with some games, N64 games. So there's a lot of firsts going on in this at the same time. Hypothesis being that we could, because we're trying to install multiple APKs at once, we could be having a boot cycle loop immediately. Secondly, Pixel may just not work on this. I don't know. I have experience with Nova. I don't have experience with Pixel. And number 3 being that there's a weird chance or possibility that the folder, the N64 folder I have with ROMs for N64 games, is actually confusing the whole SD card makeup and causing the boot loop cycle. Those are all possibilities. We're gonna find out. It's either going to work, or something's going to not work, and then there's going to be a lot of possibilities for things to go awry. But I wanted to try it this way because I have never successfully got it to install a launcher and then install another APK after the launcher installed without being stuck in a boot loop, if you know what I mean. So I'm wanting this, essentially this test, on top of a lot of other firsts, which is not good troubleshooting, is mostly to see if I can get around the boot loop by just installing everything in one go. So we're giving that a shot. And I've lost y'all. Y'all aren't even on this thing anymore. No new comments for today. Okie doke. Bump bump with the bump bump. Bump bump with the bump bump. Bump bump. That's what I hear. That's what I want to hear right now. I want to hear that opening theme to Super Mario 64. Bump bump. Bump bump with the 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 bump 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 bump. Bump 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 bump. Bump 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 bump. Yahoo! Bling bling bling. I don't really know how to do the pipe sound. Bling bling bling. How do you do it? It's more like a wicka wicka wicka. Okay. So we're gonna have a reboot here in a second as it installs an APK. God knows which one. Hopefully both of them at the same time. That'd be amazing. And then we don't have a boot loop. Okay, we didn't get the option for Pixel as a launcher, so maybe that was it installing Mega N64, and this will be it installing Pixel, or is it just stuck in a boot loop immediately? Well, immediate boot loop, it looks like. All right. So, well, I told you two things are going to happen. It's either going to work and or it wasn't. And obviously you might be going duh, but I'm saying boot loop was a possibility. I'm going to try something really weird. I'm going to try and see if having this controller, Bluetooth controller, connected from the get-go is causing a boot loop. That sounds absurd, but I'm thinking back to it and I'm saying every time I've gotten an operating system going, or a launcher going on a thing, I've immediately gone, I need to get this sucker out because it has joysticks on it and pair it. And it does pair, but the next time I start the system up, boot loop, right? So, we're killing the connection to this. This is now off. We're going to see what happens. Nothing may happen. It may just still be stuck in a boot loop. In perpetuity. Looks a little bit like perpetuity. Okay, well, I'm just going to do a couple more couple more tings. I'll be back. I'm gonna try to resolve this issue without wiping the SD card, because wiping it takes a very short amount of time, but writing the hack to the SD card takes like 20 minutes or more. This thing's not. See how it's leaning away from me? It's not stable yet. I need to fix that. But if I have to end up writing it to the SD card again, then I'm gonna be coming back here and playing something a little bit. I mean, even if I'm playing Switch or something, something to do, something else to pass some time other than sitting at the computer and talking to people, you know. Makes for a pretty shit stream. So anyways, I'll be back. I keep misplacing my SD card reader, and it's driving me crazy. Oh, there it is, right there. See? See, I'm stupid. Miesta sturta. Ni diras in Esperanto. I need to practice some Esperanto. Hey, viewer. I'm sorry for if this looks really lame. It is a very slow-moving stream of me doing a lot of technical stuff that basically doesn't work, and then me going back to a computer, which I would totally have a webcam over there on me while I'm at the computer, except that OBS does not like more than one Logitech C230 running at the same time. So basically it's a lot of me being away from the computer, but I'm going to try to minimize that, and if I have to rewrite this hack to this SD card, which takes like 20 minutes, I'm going to come back and play just a game or something like that instead of sitting there babysitting the damn thing. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, the current plan is to try to go about this ass backwards. In fact, I have successfully installed certain APK applications, like RetroArch, for instance, before the actual launcher was installed, and it still show up in the launcher drawer. Right now, Moop N64 did not. But my theory on that is because Moop N64 FZ, which is my favorite version of it, is dependent upon Android KitKat 4.4. And I'm pretty certain, or 4.4 KitKat? 4.4. And I'm pretty certain the RetroFreak is running Android 4.2. So what I'm instead doing now is that I'm launching or installing first just everything, the hack, along with one APK file, which is for Mega N64, which is like the original Nintendo 64 emulator, open source emulator for Android that has compatibility for way far back in Android versions. However, I have not wiped this SD card or anything. I've just deleted a bunch of stuff that I thought was getting in the way. And therefore, it's entirely possible that I'm still going to have some sort of loop, reboot loop error. In which case, again, it's a wipe, it's a image write, which is going to take time, and I'll be back over here playing games instead for the time being while it writes the image. So, keeping y'all up to date, so it's not like a completely terrible stream. Agreed? Nope, you're gone. Okay. Anyways, agreed. All in favor, all not in favor say aye or nay. It's just me. So to loop or not to loop, that is the question. Whether it is noble in the mind to suffer the swings and flippings of loopers. Okay, we want one reboot because that is indicative of an installation of an APK. More than one reboot means we have a loop. And we're waiting. And that's a problem. Okay, so it looks like we're writing the hack again. Time, third time today. Well. Shoot, I mean, I'm gonna unplug the mouse and see if that does anything. That's just you try crazy shit when you're troubleshooting. That's all you do. One more again, this time without mouse. Do we have a loop or don't we? One is okay. I'm thinking we're going to have a loop. Loop. All right, so fixing it. Be right back. na 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 yeah. Oh. Well, shoot. The hills are alive with the sounds of Pokken. We could play a little Pokken, couldn't we? I'm going to get my screen filled out here. Got some news. What news do we have? What's new this week? What is new this week? Forma 8, whatever that is. Sounds like a racing game. Pixel Lines DX and okay. Now that I have it on the big screen 4K TV, we're going to see if it actually looks any better than the Wii U version.
Pick the mode you want to play. Which Pokemon are you battling with? Time to pick a support set.
I did Empoleon last time I was playing.
Alrighty, let's have some fun.
I wish we could turn her off. She gets known after a while. It is sharper. Oh, it's a lot sharper.
Don't you just get all revved up before a battle? I wonder what your opponent has in store for you.
The butt kicking.
Round 1. Field phase attacks include a lot of attacks that will impact your opponent.
Phase shift. Hang on now. Well, geez. Okay. Well, this thing's friggin' impervious. Did it not work? Oh my god, missed it.
Keep it up. Synergy phase up. Oh, looks like some power features.
Come on.
That up to fill up your synergy phase.
Oh.
All right, let's call in some support. Your synergy phase is still only half full. I choose you. You had me worried.
I won.
Let's jump right into the next round.
Okay.
Battle was awesome. Can I expect some more of that for the next one?
Round 2.
Go nab another win this round, too. Your opponent's synergy stage is full.
How's that? Thunderbolt. Bam.
But don't get careless. If ranged battle isn't your thing, why not focus on dodging?
Grab.
You forget? You can call in some support to do your stuff. With burst activated, you can use super powerful burst attacks.
Oh, right there. Oh, it didn't even give me the animation though.
Nice battle. Hope to see more of the same from you.
It does look better than it did on Wii U. Wii U was definitely struggling a little bit with the resolution. No. We're at 42% on our thing there. Writing to our disc. So a little Mario Kart 8. To pass the time. Get some volume going. Yes, we'll play online. Who am I gonna be? About Squid Kid. Man, they're impatient, aren't they? Cheeseland. Nice. It was my pick that wanted a force. One Cheeseland force. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't know I had fireballs. How they keep going past everybody? Can't believe all the shortcuts. I'm still in like 6th place. Here we go. Here's a shortcut for you. Uh-oh. Oh. I got this mushroom. I know how to use it. Well, I'm not going to use it, but dirtbag over there keeps messing with me. Right through the cheese. Where is everyone in third and second place? Oh my god. I see him up there. Holy crap. Growl for these. That's what I heard. No! Ah. I'm in third. I'm in third. I'm in third. Oh man, apparently there's some banana shells blocking my way or something? I don't know. Third place isn't bad for online though. What's next? Oh, there's Rainbow Road. It's always a fun one. Hello, Sackett. Bob Sackett. Hey, Party Poison for real? I'm supposed to be hacking the system right now, which I am. I'm just writing the image hack to an SD card, which takes like 20 minutes. So I'm playing a little bit of Switch right now, a little bit of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that's why all that stuff on the left side is bothering you and blocking your view. Playing it online though. You wouldn't happen to have a Switch, would you? Or a RetroFreak, for that matter. I got you, boo. You better run. Couldn't escape. Cool boy. And Goldie. Oh my god. Oh, I messed up. I'm messing up everything. Saving up for a Switch. It's a good system. The Wii U is still a good system too, though. And arguably with more games to play. So, and with the backwards compatibility of the Wii, and can upscale games, it's still a pretty good investment. So, I don't know what I'm saying with that. What I'm getting with that is that me being a rabid Nintendo fan, I would buy both a Wii U and a Switch. But definitely, the Switch is the future. And it is also very, very rad in the way that it's a 1080p home console with better graphics, slightly better graphics than the Wii U, and portable. Becomes a 720p portable handheld. That is very cool. Do you have any games you'd like to see played? Because I can play them. I got almost it. Well, I don't want to say everything there is, but most of the big ones. I was just playing a demo of Pokken Tournament DX earlier. Ooh! No, 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 no. I stole third. Woo! Legend of Zelda? do it. We got 2-3 minutes before the hack is finished writing, but still, let's back out of this. I'm gonna go with home menu, and I need to put my Zelda cartridge in. There's Sonic Mania over there. 1 second. Zelda. I am hacking a emulator console you may or may not heard of called the RetroFreak. The Cyber Gadget RetroFreak. It is really a Japanese competitor to a system, another emulator system you may have more likely heard of called the Retron 5. But the Retron 5 has a lot of issues with it. The RetroFreak, although an uglier system that doesn't naturally support Bluetooth out of the box and doesn't naturally have Wi-Fi and all that, it does emulate more consoles, and it features the ability to, once you stick a cartridge into the system, dump the ROM onto the SD card, so you never have to insert the cartridge again. And then you can like remove all the cartridge slots from the system, and it becomes this little bitty box, smaller than your cell phone, with like an HDMI output port and two USB slots for controllers. It's a very neat system, but it only can emulate, I mean, even though it emulates up to about, I think, if you get all the expansions to it, like 16 different retro consoles, there are certain consoles it doesn't emulate, like Nintendo 64 and what have you. And current hack I'm pursuing, I don't know if anyone in the West has tried it or has successfully got it to work. I was shown it by someone, a Japanese person, who could kind of speak in English off YouTube videos that were recent about the RetroFreak. A lot of, and those aren't very many because a lot of RetroFreak talk has died down after it's been released. And he was able to direct me to Japanese blogs where Japanese hackers, and that is the card being done, Japanese hackers have made headway. And not really hacker. There's an exploit with the RetroFreak in the fact that the RetroFreak essentially is running Android 4.2. And with the exploit involved, they have figured out a way to write an SD card image which will tell the RetroFreak to install other APK files, essentially package files, Android package files, what APK stands for Android phones or Android tablets to the system. And then on top of that, you need a launcher, like a Nova launcher or whatever, to run it. But theoretically speaking, there's very little keeping you then from running other Android emulators, such as Nintendo 64 emulators, what have you. And so I'm trying to get that to work, but recently I've been stuck in a boot cycle where something I'm doing is causing it to essentially keep rebooting over and over and over again. And so I was wiping the card and trying it again. But we'll do a little bit of a Breath of the Wild for you, even though that's done and ready for me to work on it. I don't know what you want to go, where you want to go, what you want to see in Breath of the Wild. I think I'm saved right outside the Great Deku Tree, because that is where the trial of the Master Sword is. There you go. And trial of the Master Sword is extremely hard, and I die very, very early on in it. But I like to complete it because it really powers up the Master Sword quite a bit in normal gameplay. And I got this message blocking half the screen, don't I? Let me get rid of that. Do the trial? Okay, let me get this message out of the way. There we go. Bye-bye message. Here I am. I'm wearing the hero outfit. You can scan Amiibo and get all kinds of crazy perks and stuff. And if you have the 8-bit NES Amiibo of Link, when you scan him in, he has a chance of dropping chests that have these costume parts in it, which I can't. Can I zoom in on him? There you go. He's like the original Link from the first game. And then there's all the other ones. In fact, there's a Fierce Deity Link one that I haven't even bothered to scan and collect yet. But let's see what we got. Okay, well there's the Dark Link one, which you can actually get in the game. And when you max him out, when you get him up, actually you can't max him out, or you can't improve this armor. But he naturally has, as a set bonus, wearing all the pieces, night speed up, so he runs around quicker at nighttime than normal. Beyond that, he's pretty standard. The only other perk to him, and it's a very subtle perk, but the guy tells you when you buy it from him that it will turn you into a monster, and you don't really know what that means. But what that means is that when you just walk up to people, NPCs, they react to you the same way they react as if, like, a bokoblin has spawned next to them. They go, whoa, and freak out. And then they'll talk to you and stuff like nothing's wrong, but they give you startled, scared reactions, which are fun. This is actually, right now, the most processor-intensive portion of the entire game. So that's why you're getting a little bit of stutter with all this fog effects and what have you. Then we got Cap of Time. So that would be in Tunic of Time. Trousers of Time, so we have Ocarina of Time Link. Which is always fun. You know what, let's actually equip the right weapons for the proper look. Master Sword. I keep hitting the wrong button. Is there a Hero's Bow or something? Royal Bow is fine. Haven't played this in a while, you can tell. Hylian Shield. Hylian Shield can only be found in one place in the game. Which is called the Lockup inside Hyrule Castle. Otherwise, there is a very, very low chance that the Zelda amiibo will drop it in a chest. But there you go. There's your Ocarina of Time Link look. Which is fun. Oh, there we go. Get a little closer to him. Probably the Cap of the Wind and stuff. That's probably the least impressive to me. It just gives you the Wind Waker outfit, which is like bleh. Probably my favorite is because it's my favorite game in the series, the Cap of Twilight, which gives you the Twilight Princess Link look. Just a little bit more serious of a Link outfit. Which it just looks right to me. But there's your Nintendo Switch shirt for fun. And then some of the DLC ones. Korok Mask. Majora's Mask. Woo! That's always fun to have in the forest because the eyes glow. Midna's helmet. And some of the DLC ones, like Guardian Resist up with Midna's helmet, it's not really worth it. There's other things that give you a lot better results. The Phantom gear. So you look a little bit like the Phantom armor thing from the Phantom Hourglass games. And then Tingle's outfit. Because who doesn't want to be Tingle? And again, it's not speed bonus up. I don't know what else it does, if it does anything else. But all of that will get lost right now. As we do the trial. I've actually never done it with this outfit on, so it's pretty hilarious. I can't actually remember how many levels are in the trial. I want to say there are 40. There may be more. I don't get close to that number at all. To the Blade's chosen hero, in the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer the trial of the sword. You presently lack the power necessary to wield the true splendor of the Master Sword. You must fortify your mind, body, and soul by eradicating all obstacles that appear in this realm. In this illusory realm of sacred mystery, anything can happen. All that you obtain here will be lost upon your return to the reality you know. Chosen hero of the Master Sword, overcome the trial of the sword and claim the blade's true splendor. Beginning trial, Sword Monk Shrine. Sword Monk is a dick. Just saying. Just saying! Because the Sword Monk set this up. I am naked. I am naked. I have no protection. I have no weapons. No shields, no food, no nothing. Well, I have all that, but I can't use it. I do have the Sheikah Slate. And all the apps for the Sheikah Slate essentially therein. So I'm a little bit equipped. But you're supposed to go whoop a doop a doop a doop and sneak around. I got a tree branch for my first weapon. Little known secret, people. Well, not really little known. I'm sure everyone knows it by now. This first tree you walk up to actually has eggs in it, up at the top. Has someone noticed me? No. They're very astute. Ooh. No one's noticed me yet, right? Okay. So I'm gonna, if I can, death from above. Well, that was easy enough. I've never done that before, and you know what? Most efficient way to deal with them. So you just learned something. I just learned. Let's grab the meat off of their thing here. They did not even pick up their weapons, so they're all here for the taking. Poco spear, woodcutter's axe, club, shield. I do that a lot in accident. Totally alert everyone to my position. I recommend you don't. I'm getting the woodcutter's axe because I want to break open these and get the goodies inside. Nothing? Really? Okay, well, that was that. Next level. Level 2. We immediately go straight to moblins, don't we? No, we don't. We have a fire jelly guy. Choo-choo jelly. Flaming choo-choo jelly, I should say. And, so that whole, outpost... Have I been noticed already? I have been, because that music only starts when you've been noticed. Okay. Something knows. Oh, it was the choo-choo jelly that noticed me. Okay, so we're gonna use the flame of the choo-choo jelly to get up. Woo! Oh! Ah! See, that is why I don't last very long here. That guy over there has arrows. Oh, so is that one. That's gonna help you, buddy. Everyone's already alerted. So really, that was one of many ways that situation could have been solved. Probably not the best one. Help. There we go. Get some arrows out of that. The choo-choo jelly is still going on over there. But the fact that we have a bow... Oh, that dude's over there. Okay. So, the fact that we have a bow, though, means we can hit this choo-choo jelly from afar. Problem solved. I think the next one has a lot of choo-choo jelly and a couple of hidden items. I didn't break all the chests up there. Shoot. So actually, the alternative way to deal with this is to kill that bow and arrow guy first, and then get your bow and arrow out and shoot down the ramp, which is a little bit wasteful of arrows, really. There's one that's a couple that are stuck in a tree, though. And I can then... Well, I can just use a bomb here. And blow that up. I got arrows out of that. Never seen anyone play through it? Well, I'm sure you'll find... You could, if you looked hard enough, you'd find someone... do it much better than me. There's some more arrows. Oh, I was trying to pick up arrows. So this is Choo-Choo Jelly Land, or Flaming Choo-Choo Jelly Land. And what you want to do here is that you can see up there, glowing orange thing. There's a chest up there. There's also a chest over here. The only way we can get to these things is if the flaming choo-choo jellies light the floor, the grass aflame. Ow, he's fast. And then we use our paraglider to get up here. And one of them will be a boomerang. Ooh. Let's say, what is keeping me from getting a good gust here? Ow. Okay, so that's a boomerang. So then the question is, what is it? I actually did not know until like yesterday that there are two of these. I just noticed there's two. So I need my choo-choo jellies to come follow me. And technically you could use rocks to kill him, save on arrows. This guy is actually following me, and therefore is useful. So I'm not going to kill him yet. Whoa. He got impatient. Okay. No. Come on. Oh. Well, I got lit a flame a little bit. But at least I'll find out what's in here. Fire arrows. I'm not sure that was worth it or not. Alright. Well. Death from above. Actually, I've never done this before. Well, that's much nicer. Woo! Yeah, I'm just, this is kind of useful. might just use bombs for everything. Okay, bigger ones. I'm on fire. I didn't see you there. Is it cheap to use bombs for everything? I mean, or just efficient? I'm feeling efficiency right now. I want to get clothes of some kind. That'd be fantastic. I'll just be a Muslim. Okay, so this one has moblins. I think. Maybe not. I'm gonna get a little height to me and see if I can chunk some bombs down some moblin heads. Oop, wrong bomb. No one's noticed they're under attack yet. Well, they should hear me now. They're going to come running down the staircase. Here we go. What is that? Death. Curiosity killed the bokoblin. Do you hear me stomping? Come on, boys. Oh, I hurt myself. I didn't realize I was that close. Crap. There we go. I'll get a little further away this time. Oh. It'd be a really effective method if I hadn't blown myself up with it. Uh-oh. Did it again. You okay, dude? Oh my god, oh my god. Jeez, that was a weird bug. Whoa. Let's get pokey. Let's get blowy. I'm not cheap. I am efficient. I just hurt myself a lot with him. So there's one more. He's on top of the really high tower. I could do that. Those are also metal too, so I could just kind of... What do you got for me? Arrows? More arrows. What is that? Oh, it's a piece of wood. I thought it was a pot. Oh, fruit all over the place. Some mighty bananas. Fleet lotus seeds. Where's the other one? Other one? Well, it's around here somewhere. Probably up on top of the thing somewhere. We're gonna go climb this thing. What's the hack at? Oh, the hack is done. I was just playing this to appease you. Wait, is there another bokoblin? Oh my god, there is. Ah! Hi. Oh my goodness, this bokoblin is the worst bokoblin. Oh my god. Okay, well that was strange. I've done this many times before and he's never shot at flaming arrows that blowed up stuff at me. So, well, we know who we need to take out now, don't we? Oh, there's that fleet lotus seeds. Hi. And yes, I could eat fruit any given point in time and get a little bit of health. Fire arrows. But if I were to hold off on that, and get to this point, there's a point where there's a grilling pot, and I could grill something much better, much nicer. But the question is, will I survive the next level? And the answer is probably no. Not with all the mistakes I've been making with blowing myself up and getting hit by explosive barrels. This one has moblins. That spear is about to break. Moblins have pretty good eyesight, actually. They'll probably see me pretty quickly. Like that. But they're also smart enough to try to avoid bombs. Well, sometimes. Woohoo! Run! Killed myself. Ran out of room to run. Anyways. Trial of the Sword. Very hard. Mostly hard because I suck. But, anyways, let me get back to my hack. I say. By the way, feel free to like, subscribe. Actually, you're watching on Twitch, so follow, subscribe. Let me get the hack going here. I'll be back in a second. We're getting salty. Woo! I'm actually about to need to switch out the. Well, I can do that from here. So we're switching to the RetroFreak, which is not on right now. So you're gonna see the Elgato going what, and then we turn on. Okay, so this is the fresh version of the hack, which means what we're going to expect to see here is the RetroFreak startup screen of RetroFreak, like that. We're going to see go to the menu, and then we expect to see it reboot once, which is an indication that it is installing the one APK I have on the SD card, which is Mega N64, which is the Nintendo 64 emulator for Android. I need to get this thing here. But if it reboots again after that, that means we're stuck in a reboot cycle, and I have no clue why at that point. Other than the system does not like Mega N64, which is the only thing I could figure out. Okay, so we just rebooted twice, which is not a good sign. And a third time, so it's stuck in a reboot cycle still, which makes no sense. Because this is a fresh installation of the hack with only one APK on it, Mega N64, which is Android 4.2 compatible. APKs I have successfully installed include Nova Launcher and RetroArch. Now, I don't know if RetroArch actually works successfully though, but and also I did successfully install Once Upon a Time Mupen. But Mupen 64 never appeared inside of the RetroFreak, which leads me to believe that it didn't show up because of the Mupen 64's requirement for Android 4.4 instead of this running on 4.2. So again, I'm talking this out loud, trying to think through what's going wrong. Now, I wish there was a way to fix it without having to wipe the SD card over and over again, which takes 20 minutes. Let me fiddle. I'll be back here in a second. Well, maybe it's. I'm gonna plug in a controller and see if it's rebooting because of that or something. I don't know. I doubt it though. Okay, so new game plan. I don't know. I'm thinking. Okay. I know. What do I know? I don't know anything really. Current game plan, current steps that we're going to do. We're going to install the disk image again, freshly. We're going to load it. I know, why didn't it work, right? We're going to install the disk image freshly on this micro SD card. This little guy right here. May take 20 minutes. Hate that. We know that Mega N64 it don't like. We just proved that. I got phone calls here. 1 second. It's probably about dinner. I'm going to mute the mic real quick. Okay. So, game plan. Install hack. Without anything on, without any sort of APK on the card, insert it into the system. Get the system used to the thing. Right? Get the thing moving. We're going to avoid we're going to avoid N64, Mega N64 APK. I got Moopin to install once, but it didn't show right in the launcher, and then my second attempt to install it didn't install at all. It failed, so I'm not sure what's going on there. The only difference was I did change the file name, so I'm wondering if some of the complications we're having are due to wacky file names that the system just doesn't like. Maybe the file names are too long, who knows. That's something to investigate. But I do know that I got RetroArch, which is like a super emulator with lots of cores for different things, to install, unpack, open up, but I was having trouble getting it to respond. It seemed like it had gone unresponsive, but I'm not sure about that. I just kind of killed it and then thought I'd be able to boot everything up immediately, and I just had instead that was my first boot cycle loop. So I'm going to do things in tiny little steps is my game plan here. And I just got to, thing is I got to remember all my tiny little steps. It's actually why I wrote that giant message thing up, which I just took down. But anyways, give me a second, because we are doing it again. There may actually be something in the code files that I can alter. That will not require me to reset or wipe everything off the SD card image. But I mean, that's conjecture, hyperbole for me. I just don't want to waste that time doing that. I know that wiping the SD card and reinstalling the hack image, works. It's fresh. It's like wiping your hard drive and reinstalling the operating system. So I might as well. And then until then, I guess I could put in an actual my original RetroFreak SD card, which should work fine with all my games on it, and Blaze something. Who knows? 1 second. Okay, well, that's done. That's going. Would you begrudge me some Splatoon 2? Because I kind of want to play Splatoon 2 and Switch. And it's just kind of the thing that's just jumping out at me right now. So, I'm thinking that's what I want to do. If I can switch to the Switch. The life of an ADHD-addled man is a sad one. Wheelie. See up there? Wheelie Monster Hunter XX? You did it. You went ahead and bought it. Weakling. Weakling. Your willpower is weak. I told them not to buy Monster Hunter Double Cross from the Japanese eShop because I'm just so sure that they're going to localize it for American audiences. And also, I mean, I could not play it. I mean, I could play it, but I was not enjoying it because I didn't know what the story was. Because it's in Japanese. Whatever. Splatoon! Are you gone now? I was like, you're gone now. Oh, do we have a new? Do we have a new Splatfest? It sounds like we have a new Splatfest going on. There it is. The Vax machine. Huh. Both of them have their downsides. It's got a point. And she's got a point. I think there's some innuendo while implied there. With invisibility, you could spy on someone while they're inking their splat zone. I don't think I can take enough screenshots of that. Or walk into a bank and make sure the money is still there. Right. I think we kind of know what people are going to pick on this one. Marina is down for being invisible and spying on people while they ink their splat zone. Yes. Updates. The Manta Maria. We're awesome. That means we have a new place to battle. I can't wait. A new weapon too. The sloshing machine. That's a terrible special. She's not an artist, apparently. Yes, it is. Rockin'. Actually, question being, I might as well just go ahead and sign up because we all know. I'm having a little bit of a responsiveness issue with my controller. I'm waiting to hear the ding dong of my hack being ready. Get this thing out of my face. Damn it. We are losing terribly. I haven't played this in a while. I need practice. Oh, I didn't see you there. Oh, we're gonna butt kick. Oh, crap. It's the friggin' buckets, what it is. Killing us. Couldn't get out of the way. Ah! There's the garage door, which means my food has arrived. Might as well try as best as I can. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah. I'm gonna say nope because I gotta go stop and eat. And I guess I'll stop the stream as well. But thanks for joining me to those who joined me. And I'll see y'all in a bit.